right, Shana and I are working on kind of some 3-year strategic planning with a consulting group that we brought in. It's been super helpful, really helping us to frame some things and dream really big. And at the same time, it's the first time we're like, oh wait, if we start that project at this point, then Will be gone, and Shana, this will be your project. Is this something you want to take on? So it's introducing all sorts of interesting questions and forcing us to really wrestle with them in a real way. A question like this.
Do I really want to take on our first ever real estate project right as Will is leaving? I think we do need to give our graduates that kind of exposure and opportunity for a pop-up shop, but we've never done something like that before, and I'll really just be getting my footing as the executive director.
Right.
It's really bright on you. You want to turn the light?
Really bright.
Oh, hit my funny bone.
So the first thing is we're doing this 3-year plan. Do you agree that we need to create a pathway for our graduates of the academy to get brick and mortar access, like to run their stores to a wider group of people here in Nashville?
I agree.
Okay, so we agree on the problem.
Yes, we agree on the problem.
Right, because a lot of our graduates will get to a level and they can't go past that level unless they get access to brick and mortar.
Right.
Okay, unless they have an internet-based business, yeah.
Yeah, and it allows them to interact with customers, to be able to ask poignant questions that you really can't do online.
Yep, and we can do training in the evenings where they get better at bookkeeping, time with lawyers, marketing specialists.
All the things.
Yep, okay. However, this is a true story. We got access to $300,000 and somebody was like, we want to do an investment project, you know, da-da-da-da. And then the Nashville real estate market was like, $300,000, that's nothing. Good luck. And it's like, go start somewhere in Southern Kentucky. Like, no offense, Southern Kentucky. So, this is a big project.
Yeah.
And as we map out the next 3 years, thinking this would hit somewhere in 2022, I'm on the way out.
Right. So I think we had a conversation about it that I agree with the problem. I agree with the solution. I am not ready to commit that I want to be spearheading a solution that soon into my executive director tenure. And so what I would need is not, and like, of course you're always like, and I'm going to be there to support you, but it's also like, you're going to be doing your thing. And y'all know Will, when he do his thing, he around the city doing his thing, right? It doesn't mean that I don't think that you will be somebody that I can call, but you won't be here in the day-to-day, which is great. We want you to spread your wings. And so I'm a more conservative person. I'm a lawyer by trade, so you're always thinking of like, what if, blah, blah, blah. Will is like the visionary. Will build a parachute on the way down. In some kind of way, it works out for him, okay? He just got that Jesus connection. But I don't want to jump with no parachute. I'm not that confident. And so there has to be a middle ground between preparation and spontaneity.
Yeah.
And that I don't see that right now today. So when you're building a budget, right, you have to have a balance of both, in my experience. A balance of like realism and really wanting to go
a multi-year budget.
Specifically.
Tied to outcomes that we're trying to achieve in the community.
Yes, and I don't see right now like where that will go. Now, if a pathway opens, sure, but if we're doing it right now, I'm just trepidatious of that.
So, okay. So what would make you comfortable?
What would make me comfortable is if my job is not to necessarily oversee it. Yeah. If I'm one part of a bigger train.
Okay, so conceivably, if we said, hey, we want to set this as our 2022 budget tied to, you know, getting a real estate space.
Right.
But we're going to have our board, you know, form a real estate acquisition committee or whatever.
Yes.
And they would be responsible for getting the funding dollars and finding the location, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And then you would just be speaking in strategically.
Yes. I'll be the strategic. I mean, I don't want to be like a consultant where you really don't have an opinion on it. I think that it needs to be a stronger voice to like, if this is not going to work, this area is not going to work. It really is like, okay, well, this is a no-go. But also, I don't know. I never even bought a house. So who knows when I'm supposed to buy real estate, you know?
Have you ever been to Plaza Mariachi?
I've never been, but I know a lot about it. from different boards I'm on.
Tell us, what is Plaza Mariachi in one sentence?
Plaza Mariachi is it is a plaza that has a lot of Hispanic owned businesses. It has like a salsa night, and it has a game night, and it has some traditional food and restaurants, to where it's a gathering place for the culture of the Hispanic culture in Nashville.
Yeah. And what I'm thinking is, we buy like some old Kroger building or something and make like that for the Black and brown community.
I'm down with that. See, this is the thing that I'm saying. If Will was driving this in 3 years and I'm like, cool, I'm down with it, let me know what role I play. Yeah. You asking me to drive an 18-wheeler. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to drive an 18-wheeler right now.
Yeah. And I'm convinced you would learn.
Yeah, Will's like, get behind the wheel, Shana, and press the gas. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, you need a license for this. So there needs to be a balance between a little bit of illegal driving and also some knowledge behind the driving, which it'll come.
It's fair.
But I'm not confident on it today to be like, all right, tomorrow when we present this, this is a confident budget.
Last question. How many of these kind of dialogues do you think we'll have between now and when?
A trillion. Because you're gonna have ideas for things that you're not gonna be here to implement, and I'm gonna have to remind you, I'm not doing that.
Maybe as soon as I leave, I put in a job application.
I just rehire you
with corner to corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be your boss if that's what you want. I'll happily be your boss. But I also, if you want to do your thing, do your thing.
Yep.
But again, and this is something I think through all the time. I'm gonna have to find my own way. I'm gonna have to find a team that works for me. I'm gonna have to find. Right, a lot of the times we lead as employees, right? You lead and lean into a leadership style of your boss, which is great. That's how the train works. But when you're the boss, people are gonna have to lean into you. But you're gonna have to be clear about what you want to lean into. And then people who have worked with us, they're gonna have to be like, oh, okay, this is not Will anymore. We're not gonna do this.
New sheriff in town.
New sheriff in a great way, like we're friends, right? But you won't. I'm not gonna call you.
Last thing, do you think we'll ever get video balanced where I don't look like a vampire?
You get tan.
I need to tan more.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe I'll lighten my hair a little bit, but.
Yeah, the balance. Cameras don't know what to do.
With this dynamic, and I got on all black. I didn't really help you today. My bad.
All right, many more dialogues like this as we plan strategically for the next 3 years and plan around this transition. Because different leaders, different visions, making sure they unite to make something better. This is the hard work of leadership transition.
Yes, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. We do a new video every week.
Every Wednesday these come out.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll see you guys.